Hello YouTube world, Mac Daddy 1911A1 here with the Shade Tree Survivalists. This will be basically a redo of the organization of the contents of the large Alice pack, because I got a lot of really good constructive criticism that I really do appreciate. Yesterday I happened to be at Wally World doing a little bit of shopping, and I saw these nice transparent waterproof boxes. And I thought, man, that'd be a nice thing. But earlier I had seen these Plano brand, made in the USA ammunition boxes that are waterproof, have a waterproof seal in them. And I went around to the camping site and I saw the transparent ones, and I was like, that's $10. I wonder how much that Plano box was. Went back around the other side of the aisle and checked it. This here was about $5, and the transparent ones made in China were $10. These here are made in Illinois, made in the US of A. And I thought, you know what, that would be a great way to waterproof my medical kits, my fire starting kit, and have it all in one place, and have clothing, MREs, and whatever else the case may be surrounding it to protect the box, as well as to keep it from anything from banging around and clicking on it. Now, if you've seen my Plano Air Glide rifle case video that I did, that's the rifle case that I transport Betsy to and from the range and so forth, to protect her, to keep her from getting dinged up and damaged up. It is an excellent product, and like I said, it's made in the USA. I made up my mind that I would buy this and try it out, so that's what we're going to do. Going to take the contents out, pack it in here, and then I'll put that part on video. I'm not going to do all the unpacking and all that crap and bore you to damn tears again, but want it organized. I want it in one place so I can find it really quickly, open it up, grab what I need out, put it back, stuff it back in the backpack, and be on my way. So, Section 2. Okay, I'm showing you the outside of the backpack because I've added the entrenching tools that I've rebuilt, the GI style trenching tool, entrenching tool. Now, I had this old case, and I'm assuming this is probably Korean vintage, maybe Vietnam vintage, or even possibly World War II vintage. But it's not a perfect fit. The flap does not snap down. But as hard as it is to get in there, I could stand on my freaking head and this damn thing would not fall out. It's just, I mean, it's a really tight fit. But between the first section and this section, I went in, I took a bunch of stuff out, I reorganized it, and put it all back in. This video's got a couple of different aspects to it because I've had some questions that I want to answer on this video also. So the first one is to a new viewer, Marion Robinson the Fourth. Marion, this is, these are the original straps to go to the Alice pack that hold down the main flap, the top cover flap for the pack, and I didn't cut the ends off, and all you gotta do is you let those straps all the way out. You just put your sleeping bag on top, put the straps on, and what I always do is sort of pull it down, pull this down, and then cinch it up from the bottom, pulling out on that right there. And just pull it down, and it gets it really nice and really tight, and that holds that baby in place really well. So that's the first question I was going to answer with this video. The second question that I got was from Corey G. Corey, I had never heard of Flectarn 2 months ago. I saw your comment on one of my videos. I didn't understand what you were asking. Since then, I've seen some videos on Flectarn. Flectarn is a German Army's camouflage. It's very good camouflage, and this pattern that I put on here, I did not know what it was called, but yeah, I modeled it after Flectarn because we got a lot of brown, we got a lot of black, and a lot of gray here because of the hardwood trees and the pine trees, just from the bark, the rocks, and so forth. So I wanted the camouflage pattern on the backpack to reflect what I actually have. And you'll also see some oranges and yellows. We have a lot of that. And the brown is more reddish than a dark brown. This here is fabric paint, as well as fabric markers that I used. And I thought I had a separate video where I demonstrated doing that, but it's not hard. Take your cell phone out to where you intend to use your camouflage, and in a well-lit area, take a photograph. Use that, model your camouflage against the background that you intend to use it in. And that's what I did here. There's a lot of browns, a lot of black, a lot of gray, and of course greens. I use Sharpie markers sometimes, but Sharpie again on this here just doesn't work out too well. I will tell you this though, in order to make brown with a Sharpie marker, again on olive drab or a dark green, use a red or an orange, and that will show up as brown. Really, orange is your best bet. You throw that on there and it'll come out as brown. Now, this thing, I haven't used it much since I've marked it up, but my LBV 88 and the pouches, before I added the external glued some camouflage material to the gear, I had used quite a bit of it. But anywho, let's get on down to the main part of the video. Alright, get the backpack, the sleep system out of the way. And I had to change the angle because of wind, so we just have to deal with the angle. Like I said in the very intro, yesterday I was at Wally World, I did some shopping, and I stuck this in here, this item right here, in here, just to show you guys. I'm going to take it out and put it on my other gear, my fighting gear, the web gear, the load-bearing equipment. But this is a mini filtration system, and it's supposed to filter out 99.9999% of all bacteria and so forth. So we're going to give this thing a whirl. This is a mini water filtration system from Sawyer. Filters up to 100,000 gallons from fresh water sources. In other words, you don't want it from saltwater sources, but creeks, rivers, ponds, lakes, so forth. Filters out up to 100,000 gallons. We're going to give this baby a test. Just wanted to show you guys this. That's the only reason I actually had it in the backpack, because it's not going to go in there. It's going to go on my web gear. Of course, I really didn't take a whole lot out. I took a few items out I don't need anymore because the seasons are changing, and I really don't think we're going to get a snowstorm this year, this late in this season, which we have in the past. We have gotten one in late March that was 18 inches, which was a hell of a note. So I didn't really, all I did is consolidate. This is the only one of these pouches left. Let me move all this stuff out of the way. And then I'll show you what I've done. I've taken the original contents, the two black pouches out. These were the tools and so forth for cleaning the rifle. And now in here I've got, which this in here wasn't one with the chemicals in it. This one here has my condiments like sugar, salt, pepper, creamer, Tabasco sauce, little towelettes to clean your hands before you eat, coffee, and so forth is now in this pouch here. In this pouch, we have the gun cleaning supplies as far as the chemicals. The bore solvent, the oil, the grease. Also have my backup Mossy Oak Camo Compact in here, as well as some Deep Woods Off towelettes and some hand sanitizing towelettes. All that's in there. That is not it. That is not all. Socks, towel, washcloth. And I'm going to bring the camera over. I want you guys to see this here. Okay. Now there's the box that I showed you guys, the plain old box, and that's how I've got it. I've got it up against the back. Okay. Then I've got the survival rations, the gloves, my heavy-duty leather gloves wrapped around those, and I got the camouflage tarpaulin on this side vertically, and I have the raincoat on this side vertically, and my long sleeve shirt down here, so it's surrounded by soft things so it doesn't get crushed and it doesn't get broken, and it doesn't, you know, it doesn't rattle and bang and click and pop and all this and make all kinds of noise. Noise is not a good thing. Okay, so now I'm gonna stop the camera, back it up, and continue. Okay, here's the shot shell box from Plano. This thing will hold 4 of the 25 round shot shell boxes that you can buy for shotgun shells, and but I've decided to consolidate everything that doesn't need to be wet into this thing here. Now, we've already seen this medical kit in the previous video on the Alice large pack, the contents. This has got gloves, and it has different things of that nature in it for wound care and so forth. It has Tylenol, aspirin, and different items like that. This one here is Band-Aids. That's all that's in this one. Band-Aids and like for, you know, little tiny ones for your knuckles and the ones for around your finger and so forth. That's what's in this one, along with some alcohol swabs to clean a cut. Tape. I don't want the cardboard to get wet so where it'll come apart, but electrical tape, 1,001 uses, just like duct tape, which is right here. And this is Gorilla brand. If you're going to buy duct tape, go ahead and spend extra money to get the Gorilla brand. It is very, very tough, very durable, good stuff. My Ranger handbook. There's a lot of good, useful information in this thing right here, okay? And I think that's an item that just needs to be in here. And it's on waterproof zip lock type bag, but I'm going to keep it in there and keep it in here. Fire kit, Zippo lighter, matches, lint, paper, and the little Coleman fire sticks. Got those in there. Patches for cleaning the rifle. Patches for cleaning the shotgun if I happen to be carrying a shotgun, or one of the other crew members, like during the summer when we did a couple of patrols up to the cave and all. Statue was here and he was carrying a 5.90. Got patches for that. Here's the tool kit minus the rod for old Betsy. Okay, it's got everything except the multi-piece rod system that came with the rifle, or is manufactured for the rifle. It's got the multi-tool, it's got the gas wrench, and so forth. Small eyeglass repair kit. Never can tell when you might need that. A little tiny sewing kit for repairing my clothing. A larger fire kit with a brand spanking new Zippo that is still sealed in the case, and it is completely waterproof with tape. More lint. Spare flints for the light. The item I was looking for, make sure the camera's recording. I just did this whole thing. I didn't have the camera recording. It's a brand new Otis rifle cleaning kit. You can go from 22 caliber all the way up through 45 caliber. Has its each individual brush for that. It has the bore cleaner, a little guide to show you how to do it, the cable, as well as the Otis brand patches that are specifically made for this particular item. That was one of the items I picked up yesterday. That was from a suggestion from one Mr. Gas 1, if I'm not mistaken. He said, why not get a bore snake? I like the Otis idea a little bit better than the bore snake. A little bit cleaner, easier to keep from getting all that crap all over your hands. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, depending on the type of bullet and so forth, there is a certain amount of lead in ammunition. You got to be damn careful. It will destroy your nervous system, your sexual reproductive organs. So hey, you know, we don't want to go limp even until at least 80 or 90, right there, 10-4 Roger. But it goes, I had actually had it in the wrong pouch, so I moved it over here to the gun cleaning kit, and that's where it will stay. I thought I actually had it in the box. I think I already covered this, but just in case I didn't, this little pouch here, I got coffee, creamer, sugar, salt, pepper, napkins, sanitizing towelettes for your hand and all. And I went ahead and stuck my spare Mossy Oak brand camo compact in here. I already keep one of my compacts in my web gear, and I bet you that damn mirror has come loose. Heard something rattling, but maybe not. But anywho, I hope not. I don't want to break another damn mirror. Every time I do that, I get some serious bad luck. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, the backpack is not set up strictly for combat scenario. It is set up for a survival scenario in which you may have multiple survivors with you, and you need to outfit them with a little bit of kit. So I've got several different ones for fire starting. I've got several different ones on the medical aid. You can distribute the gear out among whomever you may end up helping to survive a bad situation. You know, it's not as comprehensive as I would like for it to be, but that's what I have up to this point in time. When I did the reorganization, I removed 3 or 4 pouches and a bunch of extra shoestrings and stuff that I'd thrown in there that were spares. And one of the guys said that you could use paracord for shoestrings. Yes, sir, you surely can. You can also poke holes in you. If your freaking, you know, your zipper blows out on your pants or something, you could always use it to lace up your pants. Tie gear onto your backpack. You can use paracord to make shelters. There is 1,001 uses for paracord. But anywho, right now, like I said in an earlier video, my rappelling rope, river crossing rope, whatever, it is on the assault pack, and there are other items on it that would normally be on the Alice backpack. But I prepared that for a short overnight hop that Scout and I did, and my poncho is in it and so forth. So there are items in here that you would probably consider a necessity that are not on this, but they are in the assault pack. And if I had to bug out, I would throw this one on my back, and I would grab the other one because it's got a handle, and I would take it out and throw it in the car, or hand it off to Camo. So, or to whomever. I mean, it could be Statue. I might throw it in his backpack. You just never can tell what the situation's going to be. But what I've got on there will get me through just about everything. But the wind is picking up again. I don't know how it's affecting the camera, but this is MacDaddy 1911A1 with the Shade Tree Survivalists. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate the constructive criticisms, and I appreciate all the suggestions very, very much. I do not take offense to it, depending of course on how it is worded, but all the comments I got on the other video, I thought they were great, and I appreciate everyone who left those comments, and I appreciate all the suggestions. And y'all look forward to some newer videos. I've got a lot going on in my head. Having the time to shoot it is not the problem. Having the damn time to upload it with our horrendous internet, that is the problem. So, if you want a quick, easy way to organize, I highly recommend the little Plano boxes. They got a watertight seal like the military boxes, and fully loaded, this thing weighs about what the military boxes weigh empty. It's not bad at all. But anywho, maybe this is a good idea for you guys. Oh, and one more use I almost forgot. You can use this as a bucket. Okay, you can fill this baby up with water and transport water if it came down to that. Always dump the contents in your backpack, fill it up with water, snap it shut, and there you go. But anywho, MacDaddy 1911A1 with the Shade Tree Survivalist. I apologize for being long-winded and for the windy conditions out here, but the lighting outside is much better than inside. Thank you very, very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, whatever the case may be. Y'all check us out on Facebook also, Shade Tree Survivalists. MacDaddy signing off.